Okay, so here we are in the 10-year drip. So if we look through this, it's going through one of 46. And I'll go through the first few so you can kind of understand how it works. But what happens in the first part is it'll say what it is. A letter means email. You can call it whatever you like. That's in the list. That's what it'll show. This obviously is very important. It's what we call the buyer client appreciation 10-year client appreciation follow up. Okay, and it's starting 0 days after you add the people. So this particular email goes out as soon as you add the people to the drip. The subject is the email subject that they'll see in their email is, in this case, it'll say the agent first name, last name on social media. You can completely change this. Everything is editable. So you want to move through each of the different emails and tasks. So this first one, if you wanted to change this to say hello, you say hello. In another module, I'll talk about the salutations and signatures, but I'm assuming if you purchased the drip, you probably figured all that out. But if not, there will be another module about the initial setup of Realty Juggler. And also I have in this course, there's also Realty Juggler's own video tutorials that show you this kind of stuff as well. So if you have people on social media, the red items mean that you need to fix this. And actually, you should go through everything. It's really an idea of what to type, but it's got to sound like you and not me that created it, okay? Really important. So if you're on social media, great, and you would go through this, put your links for social media, and you can change the email subject, like I said. You can say, don't send this until 1 day after. We've got it on particular days to go out. So this is pretty standard, straightforward. Okay, so next. The next thing that is going to go is a task for the agent. So for this particular one, why we added it is that we found that we kept forgetting to add clients or request that they sign up for a newsletter. Now this one we manually add them, but you could also add another email drip saying, please click here to sign up for my monthly newsletter, and tell them what your newsletter is about. And actually don't just say monthly newsletter, that was a bad example, because you want to tell them what's the benefit of signing up, right? So that's really important with newsletters, is that you want to give them the benefit. Don't just say sign up for my monthly newsletter, because they're thinking, well, are you going to send me stuff about hockey or real estate or what? An example that we do is our newsletters are all about the city that we live in. So stuff that's going on in Vancouver, restaurants, local stuff. So and a little bit about real estate, about 20% about real estate. But this reminds us to add people to the newsletter category in Realty Juggler. And if you're using MailChimp, you can sync that up automatically before it goes out to your clients using MailChimp. So that's awesome. I'll talk about that in another module as well. Okay, so this is going to go out after you've added them. And yours probably says none right now. I put them all to none because some people don't like emails. But if you want to be reminded by emails, all the tasks I would change to say send early morning on the due date. And this is really just a reminder for the agent. So let's go to the next one. This is keep me off the bench, asking for a referral. So that's not what it says on the email subject. It says how I build my business. Again, change it to what you would normally say, okay? Again, maybe you might say, hey, you might say hello, you might say dear. Totally depends on how your business, how formal you are or not. So this is just saying, hey, just if you like my services, here's more, I can work all around the world. If you're American, you want to change the neighbor spelling, okay? So again, you want to personalize this exactly how you would speak, but it's just giving you ideas, and the dates and all the other stuff are all set for you. So you go for the next one. Okay, this is another one. So that says, hi, whoever, Joe and Betty. So it's been a whole 10 days since possession. How does it feel to be in your new space? Can I help with anything? Are you in need of any contractors or local services? So this is really value added stuff. You can say I have a list of various services and contractors that I feel confident in recommending. Click here. So click here if you actually have that on your website. Lots of agents do, so I wanted to add that. Or you can just say, hey, call me and we can discuss. I'll give you verbally who to use and whatnot. So this is kind of the different options. Okay, next. This is something kind of a cool idea that I wanted to show, and then the rest you can go through yourself and figure out what you want to do. So this is 20 days after the possession date, again based on the closing on Realty Juggler. So now these things here, let me just scroll down here. We have a lot of condos in our city. If you don't, then you probably don't care about the first one, but it's a really great idea. What we did, this image is not great. They're actually white, not yellow. And they have the different information because when people move in, we leave them in the condo. So on their fridge, or the stain removal would be on the washer or the dryer. And what it is because, people when they move in, they don't know the strata phone number, management, email, concierge phone number if there is, parking stall number, car wash area, bike room, locker number, or any other information. And of course also has your lovely information, right? So they remember you. And so we say, if we've left them in the place already, but if you want more for your friends, please just let me know and I'll happy to mail them to you or your friends. Okay? So let me just go to the next one. We'll do 6. Okay, so this is, hey, they've been in the place for 30 days. How's it going? And again, if you don't want to be reminded by email, you say none. And all these, obviously, we've already set the date, so it's either going to be none or send early morning of this date and you'll get an email. These tasks will also show in Realty Juggler, and I'll show that later, but it also will show under Realty Juggler tasks, and it'll show you which ones to do, and you check off that you've done them, okay? All right, so that's it for that.